Hey, what's going on, guys? Bill's back for another video, and as you can see, I'm a pretty big fan of The Simpsons. There's been some pretty crazy theories about the show over the years, so let's take a look at some.
Springfield exists outside time and space. Have you ever wondered why time goes by on The Simpsons without anyone ever seeming to age? Well, this first theory, known as the Tesseract theory, might explain why. The theory suggests that Springfield is actually an isolated town existing outside the space-time continuum, and existing within a tesseract, constantly changing locations. This would mean the characters in town are trapped in a floating timeline where everyone stays the same age and the world ages around it. This also allows the town of Springfield to be much bigger than the space it takes up. Just look at the size of West Springfield. It's 3 times the size of Texas. And explain why all the characters seem to be immortal, except for Bleeding Gums Murphy, Maud Flanders, and a few others. Just look at the abuse Homer has taken over the years.
I can't see anything in this fog.
This would also explain why Springfield is impossible to locate on a map. Barney is Nelson's father. Although we have seen 2 different versions of Nelson's father on the show, theorists still believe Barney is Nelson's father after the 2 were briefly seen together in the episode named Bart's Comment, and are convinced that the 2 are related because of not only this. Aside from the physical appearance similarities, Nelson grew up without a father, so he likely would not recognize them if they met. We did see 2 versions of Nelson's father in episodes Brother from the Same Planet and Sleeping with the Enemy, but really, they could have been Nelson's mom's boyfriend of the week. Nelson's father could be anyone in Springfield, even someone as unappealing as Barney Gumble. Because we know Mrs. Muntz is promiscuous. Barney has gone through the years abusing alcohol, so it's very feasible that he could have unknowingly fathered a child. Either that, or Nelson could be the result of one of Barney's many donations to the Springfield Sperm Bank. Not really a theory, but I'll go over some of the crazy coincidences in The Simpsons that seem to predict the future. Kind of. Every Simpson is a genius. This next theory comes from Reddit, and it is not really as far out there as the others. This one actually makes sense, kind of. The theory is that everyone in the Simpson family is born a genius, but only Lisa chooses to embrace it. Marge was shown to be an excellent student, but chose family over a career. In the episode Homer becomes a genius after having a crayon removed from his brain that he had shoved up his nose as a child, but chose to have the crayon reinserted because he was unhappy being smart. Although Bart has shown a lack of academic intelligence, many of his pranks would require intricately detailed planning. Then there's Lisa, the only one that has chosen to embrace her intelligence, and as a result is clearly the least happy and most depressing Simpson by far.
Happy birthday to me.
Homer in a coma. This final theory also comes from Reddit, from user HardToPickName. This theory I really like, and it could also explain why no one has ever aged on the show in over 25 years. The theory states that Homer has been in a coma for over 20 years. In October 1992, the episode Homer the Heretic airs, and ends with Homer talking to God, asking him the meaning of life, with God responding, "You'll find out when you die," and Homer saying, "I can't wait that long," with God then saying, "You can't wait 6 months?" The episode then ends with God saying, "Well, okay, the meaning of life is," then it was the credits. 6 months later, in April 1993, the episode So It's Come to This, The Simpsons Clip Show airs, which involves an April Fool's Day prank where Bart shakes up Homer's beer so much that it explodes, which puts Homer in the hospital, where he's then crushed by a vending machine and put in a coma. The episode ends with Homer waking up, choking Bart, but the theory is that he never really did wake up, and every episode from that point on all takes place in Homer's imagination. Explaining why characters don't age, because Homer would remember Bart, Lisa, and Maggie as 10, 8, and 1. It would also explain all the crazy things that have happened over the years on the show. But what do you guys think? Do you think any of these theories or predictions could be true? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.